Hello, my dear students. I hope you all would be fine at home and studying very well. I'm your teacher, Mr. Sanjeev, and today we will talk about IPA symbols and their pronunciations. In this lecture, we will study that how we pronounce the various words using IPA symbols. So let's begin. Today we will talk about 20 vowel symbols and their pronunciation in a word. Means we will read how we use them in a word and how the word is pronounced after that. So here we start from our first vowel sound. In the beginning, we will talk about monophthongs. They produce single sound during the pronunciation. They are also called pure vowels. These are 12 in numbers. So let's start from our first monophthong. Our first sound is E. For examples, sheep, sea. Again, I'm repeating. Our first sound is E. For examples, sheep, sea. Let's move to our second sound. I. For examples, ship, pit. I'm repeating again. I. For examples, ship, pit. So let's move to our next sound. Our next symbol is U. For examples, good, put. I'm repeating. U. For examples, good, put. Let's move to our next sound. Our next sound is oo. For examples, shoot, to, food. I'm repeating. Oo. For examples, shoot, to, food. Let's move to our next sound. Our next sound is for examples, bet, pet, met. I'm repeating. For examples, bet, pet, met. Now let's move to our next sound. Our next sound is a. For examples, teacher, ago. I'm repeating. A. For examples, teacher, ago. So next, move to next sound. Our next sound is a. For examples, bird, girl. I'm repeating. For examples, bird, girl. Let's move to our next sound. Our next sound is O. For examples, door, for. I'm repeating. O. For examples, door, for. Let's move to our next sound. In these sounds, mouth will open more. You will feel when you pronounce them. Our next sound is a. For example, cat, pat. I'm repeating again. A. For examples, cat, pat. Let's move to our next sound. Our next sound is a. For examples, cup, look. I'm repeating again. A. For examples, cup, look. Now moves to our next sound. Our next sound is uh. For examples, for, car. I'm repeating. For examples, for, car. Let's move to our next sound. So here let's talk about bottom sounds. You feel the sound will come from the bottom of the mouth. So our next sound is O. For examples, on, pot. I'm repeating. O. For examples, on, pot. Let's move to our next sound. Before we move forward, so let's talk about next part of our vowels sounds. These vowel sounds are called diphthongs because these are the combination of two vowel sounds within the same syllable. It happens due to tongue movement during the pronunciation. Before diphthong, we were studying about the sounds. Those have only one particular sound when they were pronounced. Means when we pronounce them, they produce only one sound. But here in diphthongs, we will have two vowel sounds within the same syllable. So let's start. Ear. For examples, here, near. I'm repeating. Ear. For examples, here, near. Let me repeat it again. Ear. For examples, here, near. Let's oor. For examples, pure, tour. I'm repeating. Oor. For examples, pure, tour. Let's move to our next sound. Our next sound is air. For examples, hair, bear. I'm repeating. Ear. For examples, hair, bear. Let's move to our next sound. Our next sound is air. For example, hair, bear. I'm repeating. Air. For example, hair, bear. Let's move to our next sound. Our next sound is a. For examples, wait, day. I'm repeating. A. For example, wait, day. Let's move to our next sound. Oi. For examples, boy, join. I'm repeating. Oi. For examples, boy, join. Let's move to our next sound. It's the easiest one. I. For examples, my sky. I'm repeating. I. For examples, my shy. Let's move to our next sound. Oh. I'm repeating at first. Oh. For examples, show, go. I'm repeating again. Oh. For examples, show, go. Let's move to the next sound. Our next sound is ow. For examples, cow, now. I'm repeating again. Ow. For examples, cow, now. So dear kids, these were the IPS symbols related to vowels only. I hope you will try to speak these sounds to make yourself understandable with the pronunciation. So that's all for the day. I hope you will try and improve your pronunciation. That's all. Bye.